Good morning, bookers. Welcome to What the Book on this beautiful Sunday morning in Australia, Sunday evening on your side of the pond. I'm Cynthia Sullivan, international best-selling author from Australia. Good morning, MB Davis. Mark, how are you?
Doing fantastic. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait, it's right there.
I haven't looked. What did you have? Because I was doing some research stuff. So what you got?
My favorites. I've many times you've seen pictures, so I checked my timeline. But it's the Phantom Bride back.
The Phantom Bride. I kind of like the name of that one. I mean, I know you get a lot of IPA hate going on, but that's a good name.
I know.
It's a good name.
It is.
Of course, our trio, our completed trio of trouble. That's what we are. We're a trio of trouble, people. Peyton Storm is in the studio. Good morning, Peyton.
Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm just eating.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that you brought food with you this time.
What are you eating?
Cheesy garlic bread.
Cheesy garlic bread. Oh. Look, I
love a good cheesy garlic bread.
I was talking about garlic bread just quickly. I was looking at Oodies last night too. I don't know if you guys know what Oodies are over there, if they're just an Australian thing. It might be an Australian thing, but they're like super, super oversized hoodies. Like they're for sleeping, or not for sleeping, but instead of wearing a dressing gown or something like that at night time, you wear these oversized hoodies that, you could fit 2 or 3 people inside. They're huge. They're amazing. Sheepskin line. They're fantastic. They come out with the most amazing designs. And one of them is a garlic bread design. I was looking at it last night going, ooh, garlic bread. I think I'd feel constantly hungry when I was wearing it. But you get that.
But see, now we have to see it.
Oh, I'll put it up. I'll put it up on my Twitter feed to let you know. I have an avocado one. I have an avocado one because,
Okay, that's adorable.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Good morning, sir, in the studio. Welcome. Now, let me see. You two talk for a second. I'm just going to go grab the guest. I just threw you in the middle of that then, didn't I?
Okay. That's all right. So I will say this. I am officially on vacation right now. I'm about to head out tomorrow to go into one of those nice little Mexican all-inclusive places for most of the week.
What?
And
What?
I'm so excited.
Hang on, you're going to Mexico?
I am.
Stop it.
I'll be back. Yes, I am. I'm loving it. I'm so excited.
Like you're just going, or are you going like on a cruise?
No, it's an all-inclusive resort for like most of the week.
Ugh, whatever, Mark.
I hate you right now. Seriously.
Listen, it's a big like anniversary, so I'm taking the missus and we're gonna go and
get busy down in Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm totally hating on you right now, but good luck to both of you.
Okay.
You'll take the hate. You'll be like, that's fine, but I'm in Mexico. I don't care.
Hey, nothing can faze me right now. It's okay. It's all good.
Oh, that sounds exciting. So, no riding, all about you and the missus. 1 week of concentrated love fest in Mexico.
Oh man, I will be doing plenty of reading though. That's big in my drinking and reading, and just chilling.
As long as you're lying the books of the page. The pages, I got that around the wrong way. As long as you're lying the pages of the book on your missus's body as you're reading it, that's fine. That's fine,
Hey.
See, up here for thinking.
Active reading.
That's it.
We have a new segment
I like that.
now.
Look, if
We have a new segment now.
if you're gonna be celebrating a weekend or an anniversary for a week in Mexico, trust me, I wouldn't be seeing much outside the room. So I wouldn't. It's
right. Listen, okay, I'm not trying to brag, but I will say this. It's on the balcony of our room.
Yeah.
There's like a pool.
Stop it.
That you can get right out into off the balcony. Yes.
God, you better put pictures up. Not like.
I will post some pictures.
Like PG.
There might
PG
be a
rated.
TikTok. Well, yeah. I mean, come on. Absolutely PG. But TikTok, check it out.
Totally jealous of you right now because I'll be working.
Yeah.
So it sucks. to be me. Damn it. All right.
I don't know what that is. Working.
Oh God, I wish I didn't. We have our guest in the house. We have an amazing guest today. I'm looking forward to diving into his brain. He's new on the career path, so I'm intrigued to get his perspective on his journey so far. I'm going to guess. Well, no, I'm not going to guess. I'm going to take a very educated stab at his last name, and hopefully I get it right. If not, please correct me. But welcome to What the Book, Adam J. Schultz.
Thank you so much.
Did I get it right?
You got it right in the Western way of saying things.
Okay, so if I wasn't saying it Western?
Australia and America. Pardon?
If I wasn't saying it in the Western way, what would I say it?
If you were saying it in the Dutch way, it'd be pronounced Scholte.
Nice. I like it. Which would you prefer me to try the most?
It's easy, just Schultz.
Schultz. Also, now I feel very cool about this today, Mark and Peyton, because Adam is Australian. So yes, I have another Aussie on board today. So we've evened up the Aussie American balance a little bit today. I mean, I'm excited.
Okay.
It might not be well with the game later on, but you know, we'll do our best.
Yeah, well.
Now, Adam, tell me. Let's start off with the most basic of questions to get us rolling. What got you into writing? What stage of your life did you discover that you like the written word?
From when I first began reading books, I love books more than people.
We all do.
I fell into fantasy when I was probably 11 or 12. And I tried to start writing books from my early 20s. Didn't really succeed that much. And the series I've written now, I discovered I could write a book, I think, around the start of 2015.
Right. Okay.
I found out that I could really write books. I virtually, I lost everything in my life. Like my mother died, my grandmother died. I lost my two boys when they were 3 and 5, and I became really depressed.
Oh.
And then the characters for my fantasy novel came to me, and I'm like, I started writing the book, and it was a metaphor of my journey of rediscovery and putting my life together. And it turned out to be pretty cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm so sad to hear about all that things in your life, Adam. But you know, we've talked about it on the show before how powerful writing can be and how cathartic it can be in your life. So I think we're all right there with you on writing through that and the significance of that.
Well, how much do we use of our own history that comes through in our writing, whether we're writing, powerful females, whether we're writing, murder mysteries or whatever the case may be that your genre is. It's so often that we see or that we call upon as writers, we call upon our history, our lives to date, in order to pull on the emotions that we need to fulfill the book, which is why sometimes I think I couldn't have done it any younger than I did. There's no way I could have written, being one of those superstars at 20, having, 10 books out. I'm just not that.
Yeah, it would have been different.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I had the smarts, the street smarts, I think, to pull that off. Now, Adam, your series, you write fantasy?
Sorry. Yes, fantasy.
And
this series started off as one novel, and I gave it to a friend of mine who's an English teacher.
Right.
And he read it for me, and he come back, he said, "You haven't got a novel, you've actually got 3 in 1.
Huh.
and he gave
Oh,
me some
nice.
pointers. And while I was writing out 3 novels, in my head it grew to be 6. So far it's a 6-novel series.
Wow.
Goodness me. Now I'm
That
trying
happens.
to I'm trying to pull it up at the moment. This is the beginning of the end.
Yes, the beginning of the end. That's the first novel.
So tell me about it while I'm trying to pull it up.
Okay. The beginning of the end is basically about a farmer named Romulus whose peaceful life is thrown into disorder as he's pulled into the middle of a magical civil war between 2 worlds.
Mm.
Wow.
Basically, this is set sort of in the Game of Thrones era. A magical being has escaped another world to come to Romulus to say, hey, look, I'm in danger. People are going to come and kill me. A whole army's chasing me. You're the only one with the power to save me. And he's like, I'm just a farmer. I'm nothing more. And she shows him visions of who he really can be and his magical power. And he's sort of like, yeah, that's all good, but I'm very happy with my peaceful life. And then certain events happen where he's forced into a journey. He has to leave everything he loves and step out of his comfort zone in order to save his world. It's basically he's the only one that has the power to save his world. And through the journey, he's trying to find anyone else to do it because he really doesn't want to change who he is. But in the end, he sort of realizes he has to. Do you understand what I mean?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very strong, like, hero's journey
Right.
vibes with that
Yes.
whole. That's awesome.
Trying to fight his destiny.
And there's an underlying theme as well. He teams up with a young female thief by the name of Pip. She's based on my beautiful daughter.
Oh.
Like we roast each other constantly.
Like all good children and parents should do.
Yes. We
That's how
have
it goes.
so much crap on each other, it's not funny. But the thing is, without Pip's help, Romulus would die quite a few times in the first novel alone. What I was trying to put across is that I've read so much fantasy and I love it so much, but I got sick of the male protagonist, even though he goes through a lot of bad things, he can pull himself out of the bad times. I wanted to have an undercurrent of, yes, you can have a strong male figure, but you need a supporting female figure to be there. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for me as a reader, I don't see enough of that. And while I was doing the drafts of the manuscripts, because I work in construction, I give it to the guys in construction and they read it and they're like, oh, well, this is really cool. I wanted something different to say that, to bring it back to the reality of life. Like, I have a beautiful partner. Without my beautiful partner, like, sometimes I don't feel like writing. I get a bit anxious and a bit self-doubt, and she pushes me. She's like, no, you're good, keep going.
Yeah.
I wanted to portray that in this series.
The person, your person.
Yes,
I love the person. And it doesn't even have to be a partner. I mean, they're great if they are a partner, but it can be a best friend. It could be a writing critique partner. It could be a family member. It could be anybody, but that person that's ready to, as you say, give you a little push when you know you need it.
That tough love.
Yes, exactly, Peyton. Tough love. We need tough love. I need somebody to just slap me, metaphorically, people, slap me and go, just sit your ass down and do some writing. Just do it. Stop complaining, or not. It's not so much complaining, but stop self-doubting. I think we're terrible at that. We're terrible at, generally, I think all writers are terrible at self-doubt.
Yep, very, very.
Yeah.
You agree?
I'm glad you guys understood where I was trying to come from.
Do you know what though? I'm sitting here listening to you, Adam, and I can hear your accent, and yet I can't hear my own accent. And I'm sitting here thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? Oh
I can hear it. I can hear between you and Peyton, and I'm like, I can still hear it.
my
You
accent
sound Aussie.
just, see, it's so odd. I don't hear it, and yet I can hear yours. And I'm like, is that how I sound? Is that my accent? Is that what I do? I don't know. It's so good. It's adorable. I love it. Of course, in the studios, we've got Tio and Fernando, who's just walked in. Good morning and welcome, or good evening on your side. Mark, how do you combat? This is interesting. I'm going to dive into this one for a little bit.
Yeah, go.
Mark, how do you personally combat self-doubt as a writer? We're not talking person as general, exactly and only to do with your writing.
Right.
How do you
Your
combat
writing ability, right?
self-doubt?
Terribly. That's how I combat it. I think it can help to, like you say, have other people that want you to be successful, that are willing to give you feedback on your own work, whether that's beta readers or a writing group or something like that. Just something that you have an accountability to. That's what's helped me so far, and it took me a while to kind of try and find that, right? But someone that you can show bits and pieces, and even in a rough form, they can look at it and they can say, okay, I see where you're at. This needs work, but you know what? What you've got here is really good. Like, I think it can be, like, they believe in your work almost about as much as you do, right?
Yep.
And then it kind of gives you that feeling like, I'm on the right track.
Yep.
I just need to keep going. And to have something like that when it's not just up to you, because at any moment we can look at our own stuff and we can have that thought of, oh man, this is crap. What am I doing? You know? And to have someone else go, no, you're good. Keep going. That's the push that you need. And then the accountability to say, I got to have words on the page, man. I got to bring these people some stuff because we're getting together on, Friday. And if I don't have something, they're going to look at me like, dude, what's up?
Yeah.
So I think it's good to have that someone around you that can do that for you.
Absolutely.
I think it's absolutely essential.
Absolutely. Peyton, how do you combat self-doubt?
I guess it depends on like what's driving it. If I find myself in that mindset where like I'm just like I don't want to do it. I don't want to sit down and focus and concentrate and do this. I'll get frustrated. And so at times like that is what, I'll think about the people that are waiting for my words. I do have a couple of like messages or emails and stuff that I've saved that kind of I'll glance to those words from other, from readers, and it'll just remind me that, there are people waiting for my words, and so that encourages me to get them on paper. If I'm frustrated because I don't feel like the words are good enough, and this is going to sound horrible, but you asked, if I'm reading my work and I get frustrated, I'm like, this is crap. First thing I think of are like big sellers that I've read that I hated, that's in my genre, and I basically tell myself, you know what, if this book had if this book had readers, I will find readers. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds horrible,
no, it doesn't.
That's what I do.
It doesn't at all,
That's what
because
I do.
I look at 50 Shades of Grey and think the same thing. If that can get what it got.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
I think if that book, and I
They
mean,
can do it.
look,
Okay, see,
full kudos. I will name it. I will name it. Full kudos to her. I mean, praise the Lord. I love her. I worship her for what she has achieved. But do I like the book? No, not really. I don't like the series. It's not my thing. But if that can make it, I can make it. I could do it. No, I'm totally with you, Peyton.
Yes, I do.
And I mean, that's only one example.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's definitely not, the only one, but I mean, that's what I find myself doing because, I've read a lot of, big sellers, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Not that I didn't like this, you know, I mean, it was just, it did not work for me, and
No.
I couldn't understand the readership
Right.
behind it, you know, how big it is. And so I have probably 3 books in the back of my head that I'm like, if they could get people to read that,
Yeah.
then surely I can find my own readership with what I have here in front of me.
Or
Absolutely.
even, I'll even say this, not just, you know, best-selling or, you know, books that have made, you know, whatever list,
Yeah.
but award-winning books.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
even books that have won like big major prizes like Nebula Awards or the, you know, what have you. There's a few
Yeah.
of them out there that are big. I've tried to read some certain books. I'm like, you know, this is just not my thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not doing it for me. I get that this is probably well written and
Mhm.
there's a lot of
But
things
see, it
about
can
it
be
that
well
appeal to
written
people.
and still not be a good story.
Right.
Or it can
It's
be,
just not
For me.
or it can be
grabbing you.
neither a good story nor well written. It can be
Exactly.
reasons.
This is true.
Now the thing though is that I use 50 Shades of Grey as an example, being the fact that she doesn't give a shit about my opinion anyway, which is fine. I'm all good. It hurts a little bit, but you know, I try to get past it. That she was an indie author. She was an indie author. Most of that series had been published indie before it got picked up. So she knows the drive that we all do. She knows that slog of having to push herself, push her books, push her marketing, be her own cheer squad. She knows that before she got that spot, got that right set of eyes on the right time at the right moment. She held on, she pushed and pushed and pushed to make sure that she was present and available when that opportunity hit. And I think that's a really big take home for everybody as an indie author. If you're looking to, you know, follow that sort of path, is having to be available and present when an opportunity presents itself. That's just my take on that. You know, I still think the book's shit.
Yeah.
But whatever. Send hate mail. I don't care. I don't care. She doesn't care. Now, Adam, you have, this is a 6. I'm not going to ask your opinion on 50 Shades of Grey. It's all good. It's just,
Go.
this is now a 6-part series that you're writing.
Yes, I've written the first 4.
Now, this is intriguing for me because if I'm reading correctly, now, you know, I could be, it might not be up to date, I don't know, but am I poking around in your skeleton closet here, Adam?
Go, I left it open for you.
Oh, good, there you go, I like that. You haven't published one yet. You're publishing next year?
Oh, no. The beginning of the end, we're at the final stages of publishing now, so I'm saying around August, the beginning of the end is coming out.
So, okay, so you've got
Nice.
4 written and you're about to publish number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
Okay.
I'm looking at sorry.
Well, because my question is, oh, Brian, yes, I hate the series too. Yes, well, I meant the 50 Shades of Grey, the series as a whole. The question is, Adam, why, and this, I'm intrigued, and there's no right or wrong to this. This is just me being absolutely nosy because it's what I do. Why
Shoot.
why have you written 4 but not published them yet? Why have you held off?
Because I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Wasn't ready, and this is me being totally honest.
Yeah.
Every one of my my manuscripts, the first 2 drafts are written in hand.
In hand?
And
Really?
That's what I do.
written in
Oh,
hand.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Later on, I'll send you a video of the through the message in Tinder. I'll send you a quick video of my novels that I've written by hand, and I had to do a little bit of redrafts. I sent the first novel to a beta reader in Belgium, and she come back and she said, "You've got to get this published." I went, "Okay, cool, we're ready now." And plus, I know nothing about publishing whatsoever. I thought the hardest thing was to write a
Oh
book.
God, no, that's easy.
No, me, when I first started, I thought, this is a hard thing to write a book. This is the hardest thing in the world.
I know.
Then it got to publishing.
Until you get to the marketing and the publishing, and then you think, damn it.
But I'm like a self-marketing person because I've got so much passion about my book. I talk to people and then they fall in love with the story. I'm like, oh, okay. I found a good publishing house in Brisbane, Acacia Ridge, and they're really cool with me. They actually care about my vision, so I'm happy.
Awesome.
That's good.
So I'm.
So it wasn't intentional because the thing is though, like I've done series and that sort of stuff, and Peyton's doing a series.
The Halfway House series.
Yeah, that's one of them. But I publish as I write, and that's how I work it. I know other authors who will write the entire series and then will publish them, like a rapid fire publish, like every 6 weeks they'll publish one book after another to keep the reader right up in the grill of the book series. And it's just two different techniques. Both of them are effective if you know what you're doing. It's just a personal choice as to how you do it. Are you going to rapid fire these 4?
I think the not really rapid fire, maybe one every 6 months.
Right.
I don't want to go too overboard with this.
Right.
Because I just finished, I sent the second novel to the beta reader this week, and she's been hanging out for part 2, and I'm like, I guess why I waited this long, I didn't think I was ready enough. Bit of the self-doubt and questioning everything, but now decided just to jump in the deep end and go. And
it's the only way. It's really the only way. You cannot prepare yourself for can you, Peyton? Can you I couldn't have prepared myself for that.
No, not at all.
You just hope that you've got floaties on your arms so that you stay above the water level. That's it.
I'm going to need everybody here to hold my hand, even you, Adam, when it's my time. Everyone here, okay?
But see, that's the thing, though. That's exactly the thing. You dive into the deep end. You have to dive into the deep end. There's no sticking your toe in the shallow end. That doesn't work. Don't test the water. Just jump the hell in and swim and see what happens. Now, the successful stories, though, with that is before you jump in, is making sure you arm yourself with people who, have arms stretched out, as Mark just mentioned, that can just help you buoyant a little bit, just like, you got this, you can tread it, you've got it, and help you find your way of swimming through the water, because everybody's stroke is going to be very different. There's no, don't get me giggling on the word stroke, Peyton.
Oh no.
I know I've got to say it again now. Everybody's stroke's going to be different in the publishing pool. The publishing pool. I'm losing it. All right, cool. So August, Adam.
Yes, August. Around August, it will be released. I'm getting printed 1,000 copies, just on paperback. Then we've got the e-book and the audio book. I'm doing that, I think, early next month. I'll be doing the audio book. Like, I'll be reading it because I get very passionate about the story. So I thought that'd be cool.
Oh, you're doing the audio.
You're doing your own audio?
Yes.
Yes, I'm doing my own audio.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
No,
that's a whole another level, man.
It is.
I know because go.
I was just going to say, how did you arrive at that? Or did you just no hesitation, I'm doing this? Or have you researched any of that? My brain is exploding right now. What?
I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Perfect. Do it. Do it.
But because I've had a few Zoom meetings with my publisher, and he said that I'm so passionate, I should be the one who reads the novels. And my partner hasn't read anything I've written, However, I've read to her, and she gets very engaged with when I read because I get emotional. How do I say this? When something really cool or really bad's about to happen, she can hear it in the tone of my voice, and then she becomes totally immersed in the story. And I'm a real good storyteller. I can talk to I can meet a total stranger in the street, especially if they've got a dog and I'm playing with their dog, and after 2 minutes, it's like we're best friends. I love talking.
It's kind of like an Australian trait, though, Adam, isn't it? It's
It
an
is.
Aussie thing. I'm sorry, it's what we do. You've got a dog, we're walking past, you say, hey, how you doing? We chat to anybody. Um,
Yeah.
and having the
Oh, it's so different here.
confidence, you guys don't chat? You guys don't chat? Like, okay, all right, hang
Oh,
on.
if someone's
Talk.
Scenario,
Say talk.
Adam,
okay,
I'm going to ask Adam first because he's my fellow Aussie, and then I'm going to come to you two.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi. You're in an elevator.
Go.
There's one other person in the elevator. Do you start up a conversation for that trip?
Sometimes I do. I sort of say, "Oh, do you like fantasy? Are you into fantasy books?" If they say no, I let it go. But if they say yes, I'm into fantasy. I like fantasy books. I just say, "Oh, I've written a fantasy novel that takes the reader on an emotional roller coaster ride, and by the time they finish the novel, no matter who you are or where you are, it makes you feel as if you can take on the world."
Huh. See, I don't think I'd have the confidence to bring up my books, but I certainly, I'm one that goes, how you doing? What you up to?
Well,
How you
it's
going on this 5-minute trip up the elevator? What you doing? I'm a talker for that. Like if it's an uncomfortable silence in a small environment, I have to talk.
You've got to fill the void.
I do. I do. Peyton, would you
I can
talk?
hear that in your voice.
No.
Nope. I'm a figment of your imagination. I am not really here. You do not see me. No.
Just stand in the corner and pretend like there's not happening? Like, nope.
No. I carry earbuds around all the time, and they're only on maybe 5% of that time. I mean, it's just, nope.
It's a deterrent. So you have to be rude. It is.
I've honestly thought that the half the people that I see with earbuds on, whether they're actually listening to something or whether it's just a sign that says, don't come near me.
Exactly. That's probably what that is. I know that is with me. Small talk I'm not good at it. So it'll be awkward. So I just pretty much, and then, you do come across those people who like don't take that hint.
That's
right?
me.
So it's just like, apologies, but like I'm not in the market for new friends right now. So
yeah, but then I would have to pitch to you why I would be the best type of market, like why you need me on your best friend list, because oh God, I'm just going to be terrible when I get over there.
That's also why I usually take the stairs, because I don't want to, I hate being in elevators for that very reason. I'm like, oh no,
see, I can't talk on the stairs because I'm puffing trying to get up them.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work, no. Mark, what about you? Small talk in confined areas?
No. Hell no. Don't even, no. Just no. Don't come at me. Don't say I'm invisible. Do not talk to me. No. Absolutely not.
Oh my God, it must be an Aussie thing, Adam, because I would chat at anybody. It doesn't work, especially if they've got a little kid or a dog. They're just given. It's like a calling card that I'm open for conversation. If you have a little kid or a dog, it's just, I'm sorry, Peyton. Oh.
You know something funny?
Yeah.
My partner, when we're walking up the street, if you see someone with a dog, she goes, "Don't you dare." That's
me. That's me. I'm just like, ooh, because I was at the markets yesterday, and there's dogs at the markets. We love, outdoor markets, and I was talking to every dog I could find. I think they're just a beautiful thing. And then, people love you. People love you when you talk to their dogs. because they want to talk to
Well,
their
that's the
dogs.
problem though, because I love the little pups and I love that, but then that requires talking to their human too.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I typically like ooh and awe from a distance, just because
Yes.
I'm not emotionally like prepared to have this conversation right now. So
And I'm in my house, and I'm usually seeing the person walk the dog, and I'm like,
yeah.
you better pick up that crap that just happened on my lawn. So there's all of that, all happening at once. That's all.
I love it. I love it. It definitely has to be an Aussie thing. I just thought, because you guys are down south, I just thought that southern hospitality. Didn't you talk to everybody? Has Hollywood been lying to me? Is that what's been going on?
No, I don't think. I think as far as like the hospitality thing, I think the main thing that I do that I like, if I were to say go north, like right now, the thing that would stand out to people that, okay, she's not from here, is I hold doors open for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah, and that's just not something that's done everywhere. Like, I mean, it doesn't
Really?
matter to me if you're, no, I
Why
hold the
not?
door open. And so some people will be like, what is she doing? So it's just, I mean, that's just what I do. And we always say thank you, even if it's not verbal.
Yes.
So here we do, it's very like kind of tip of the hat type gesture. You just kind of tip your head, and everyone knows that's thank you and you're welcome without saying a word.
We do the one finger. You know when you're driving, Adam, do you do it when you're driving and you do the one finger off your steering wheel? Yep.
Which finger? Which finger?
I was about to say, I mean, which finger?
If it's a nod, as in like a thank you or a please, like you're pushing in front of me, but sure, okay, I'll let you in. You give that like the pointer finger, not the you're okay pointer finger one, not the middle finger. That goes out the window. That doesn't come.
Oh.
That's just not off the steering wheel.
That's his volume.
Yes. It's normally accompanied by some choice words that go along with it. Which, seems to be very typically Aussie too.
Isn't that odd though? Like the fact that you can extend one finger versus another, and it means something so different. I just imagine aliens would just be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like why what's the big deal with fingers? Like why? We don't even have them. What the hell,
I'm gonna start using my pinky and just confuse everybody.
There you go.
See what happens. I'll report back next week.
Right. People will go, what the hell is Peyton smoking? She's got her pinky up.
Pinky out means don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me. I've got my earbuds and my pinky out. Stop it.
That's right.
It's a no conversation zone. No conversation zone. All right, Adam. Six part series. This is something that I'm not going to ask you if you're a pantser or a plotter because you've got 4 put down already. So obviously you're more of a plotter than a pantser.
No, it's both.
No, we don't do fence sitting here. I'm sorry. What the hell? God.
But before you start, Adam, think about it this way. Before you start writing this book, what do you have to have in place, if anything? Little to nothing? Or, I got to kind of know what's going on here?
Okay, this is going to sound weird, yeah?
We do weird well. Go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
go for it.
Welcome home to me. Well, what I do is I have an idea for I had an idea for the magical character. And I thought, I've got an idea. Then I spend 2 weeks just writing down random ideas. And while I'm doing the random ideas, I come up with a vague plot, and I'm talking vague. And then, when I work it all out, I've got maybe a paragraph turns into 1 chapter. And that's all I have to go on. And that paragraph, when it grows into a chapter, I'm not sure how it's going to grow as long as it joins into the following few. You know what I mean? As long as I get A, B, C, and D, and E, I'm happy. But sometimes it changes because I'd be at work, I work now in construction, and I'm smiling and my boss goes, what are you doing? And I'm thinking about my book. He just ignores me. because I can't wait to get home and go, oh, I wonder what my characters are going to do next. I sort of know what they're going to do, but sometimes it changes when I start writing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
If
okay.
that
So
makes
you
sense.
have these fence post ideas
This
of things that are going
this
to happen,
sniffs
and you
out
just
like a fence sitter
yeah.
fully to me.
Thank you. Hey, it's the only way I know how to do it, because I taught myself how to write.
Yeah.
It's the only way I know how to do it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I
No,
get it
there's no
completely.
wrong way.
No, there is no wrong
No,
way.
it's good. And here's another curveball. I actually write the novel when I get the sort of idea in place. I write it from the end and then I write it backwards.
Oh, Adam, you're weird. Go away. What the fuck? What the
Okay.
hell?
Okay.
Hey,
Pause.
wait,
Okay. Pause. That is totally a plotter
That's a plotter.
that you know what the
You
end
know what the
is,
end
and you
is.
go
No.
backwards. Absolutely.
Okay.
Welcome to the party, buddy.
Okay.
Welcome to the club. Yes.
I'll give you a simple one.
Yes.
It's like driving from Los Angeles to New York, yeah? And I'm like, I want to go this way because I know where I'm going to start. I know I'm going to end. But then I'm like, oh, hang on, let's go down Route 66, have a look. That wasn't planned, but we'll still go that way anyway.
Adam, you're
Right.
a plotter.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a plotter. So
I'm
it's
calling
okay.
it as I
Hey,
see it. I'm calling it as I
Adam.
see it.
Yeah, go.
Adam, it's
Yes.
okay, man. It's good. It's good. It's fine. We are.
I've been caught.
Listen,
You can't be what you're
on.
not.
You can't help what you are, man. Just embrace it. Love it. Love yourself.
Embrace
man.
your
It's all
plotter.
good.
Although according to
Yes.
our poll, Peyton, according to our poll, 54% of voters were pantsers. 54%. 29 fence sitters, I think.
That's closer than I would have thought. I honestly, based on who we've talked about, guests on the show,
Yeah.
most have been pantsers,
Yeah.
right? I think that's fair to say.
But
That's pretty close.
I think the 29% fence sitters, like Adam, are just not wanting to admit that they're plotters. But they're plotters.
Well,
See?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure
Okay.
when you brought it out.
Why is
They're in
there
denial
a
of the
negative
fact.
connotation with being a plotter, though? What I don't understand.
Look,
Why
and
is
I
it
mean,
why is it cool to be a pantser?
for the record, people don't send me hate mail. We love all writers, plotters, pantsers. It doesn't matter how you do it. I do like to harp on about it because it's fun, but it doesn't really matter as long as you get the words down however you do it. But if you have to have the end first, it's wrong. No, I'm just kidding, Adam. You're fine. You're absolutely fine with me. No problem.
I know. Go.
No problem.
Thank you.
There is some interesting people who were talking, because we did put up the poll about pantsing and plotting, and people who the fence sitters who have a rough outline. See, there's a lot of grey area in this. I think if you have a rough outline, that's kind of a plotter. Peyton, what do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think everyone is right there in between. That's how I look at it, because I don't know anyone who has sat down, done an outline, plotted everything out, and nothing ever changed.
Very
So
true.
at some point, that plotter turns pantser, and it just kind of veers off. I mean, I love the idea of having that organization, like when you sit down and, I know, this is my beginning, this is my end, this is my title, I appreciate that, but I just don't know of anyone who's literally kept in a straight line.
I'm raising my hand
I do.
in the background.
I do know people. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, those are true plotters.
I know people who have
that would
the
be-
big board
if you
on the
divert-
wall that have the sticky notes all plotted out, like every single detail plotted out before they start to write. And then they just write the story.
Yeah, for me, that's a hardcore plotter right
Yeah.
there.
I have a chapter by chapter, who's in it, what's happening, what's the conflict, from beginning to end. That's how I do it.
See, I just sit and
Stresses
hope
me out.
somebody
It's
talks
even-
to me. I just sit and go, okay, who's talking? Like, because I have a number of different series on the go, and I finish a book, which I did a couple of weeks ago, and it's off at the editors, so I'm like, well, what do I do? Do I write the next book in that series? Do I write the next book in that series? Do I write the next book in that series? I don't know what to do. And then suddenly and I just wait for somebody to start talking, and that's where I go. This one happened to be a completely new character that just sidled up and went, hey, how you doing? I went,
Now, is the new story part of the existing series? Or is this something?
No, completely separate, something I've never written before. And it's across different genres. I'm not even quite sure what genre it's fitting into yet, because it's giving me hints of certain themes, but I'm not sure if it's, I don't know, but the leading guy is rather, nice. So I don't mind talking to him, honestly. He's quite pleasant to talk to. And vocal, very vocal. So that's where I'm going. I go where the characters go. I go with whatever series.
Well, based on that, and based on what Mark said, I would put you two at the extreme ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for Mark, that's, to me, that's extreme plotter.
I'm extreme.
Yes, you are,
so
Mark.
Is he.
Yes, I am.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be. Yeah.
Have a T-shirt made.
Oh, we should.
And then on the very end, I think you're absolutely the epitome of, because it just sounds to me like absolutely nothing was planned. It's just like, poof, let me sit down and just see what happens.
I just sit, he just talks, I just write.
Yeah,
that's it.
Those are two very extremes, but I personally think most people fall in between.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I write, and it's quite often why I describe my writing as scribing more than writing, because I really do not create anything. They talk, I write. I don't create it. I just
write as the ideas come.
I just write what they tell me to write, and if I don't write what they tell me to write, they get fucking mad.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the interest of plotters, there was a question that came up in the chat. I want to throw this out to Adam, specifically for him. So,
thank you.
Adam, your best advice specifically for fantasy authors, where they have this, they're defining an entire world. Where do you start with your world building? How did you start? What's your advice for people who are wanting to do something like that?
This is going to be really simple. You've got to have a world that's, how do I say this? So a lot of different landscapes where the characters have to travel through. You've got to have bush, jungle, forest, deserts, oceans, rivers, because the more places they can visit, the more interesting the story becomes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for the settings, and then what
yes.
about like the cultures and all of that? Do you put all of that together in advance when you, as we kind of said, you're a little bit more of the plotter, or are you some of that things, are you kind of figuring that out as you go along?
That out as I go along. Like when I wrote the very first manuscript, everyone was white in a white world. I had no world building skills whatsoever. And then I thought, because my theme for myself is, wouldn't it be cool if you got to experience this culture or another culture? Because I love the spice of life. It's like there's certain suburbs in Melbourne, or Melbourne, as you'd say it, in Victoria. I know, I'm trying to get the accent. Where I love to, like, my partner lives in a melting pot, which means there's so many different ethnics, different cultures, and it's beautiful. I love the different diversities of the different cultures in the world.
You see, and I take my hat off to fantasy writers. I don't write fantasy. I write paranormal within a human world. Writing fantasy, and I take my hat off to it, because you're creating a whole entire universe, a whole entire alternate space, and the detail that you would have to bring into it. Like because mine's in a human world, if I talk about going into, the character goes into the kitchen and makes a cup of coffee, well, we all know what they're doing because it's within a human world. But if you're in a fantasy world, there's a limitless amount of ways that they could do that exact same thing. And you have to implant that into the reader's head in order to place them in this. The details. I take my hats off. Absolutely.
With my first novel, The Beginning of the End, I actually have to describe two worlds.
Oh, God.
So that's, and there had to be a lot of differences between the two worlds. I didn't want it to be like very similar. So that was kind of tricky, but it worked out. So I was happy.
Wow. More power to you, Adam. More power to you. I love it. I love reading fantasy. It's an amazing way to escape into the books.
Would you like an e-book copy? I've got an e-book copy ready.
Well, we won't say no to that. It's not a requirement of the show, though. We're here to promote you, and we're here to toot your horn and get readers engaged in you, not to get the freebies, but.
No, that's cool. Go. As my partner knows, when I get my novels, she knows I'm just going to talk to random people. Oh, do you like fantasy? Here you go. I'm going to be basically giving my books away to people in the street.
All right. Well, look, this might be an Aussie thing too, Adam, because when I first started my first series, and like I published, when was it? 2014. On the Christmas of 2015, I had like 3 or 4 books out by then. And I just wrapped up. I had a heap of paperbacks, and I just wrapped them up in Christmas paper and went down to the local mall and just handed them out to people randomly. All signed copies, blind reading, had a little ribbon on it and a brief outline of the book and a Merry Christmas. No expectations, no nothing. If you don't like it, give it to somebody else that you do like, just randomly giving them out. And do you know what though? The amount of people I had look at me like, what do you want though?
You're a freak.
Like, what do you want? What are you selling me? And I'm like, I'm not selling a damn thing. What's the catch? And you're like, man, I'm just giving away free books. Just free books. Just want readers. I just want eyes on my pages. I don't really care the money at this point. I just need the traction. I need the visual. I need people looking at my words,
That's it.
Yeah. And, it's a great technique. It costs you, of course, because you're giving away products, but sometimes you have to pay in order to be seen. It's one of the marketing things that people don't honestly understand, I think, when they get into it. But, it's what we do. It's what we do. Just a quick point before we get into our game. There was just a question that I saw on here. Tio says that he needs things to be in place and needs to know what the limitations that they face. So you need to know your character's limitations before you can write.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Do you?
Yes. Because mine involves magic as well.
Right.
And if you have magic systems, I've got 2 different magical systems on 2 different worlds. If the magical systems don't have any limitations, it becomes very boring. It's like, I can do all this magic and there's no repercussions. It's limitless. That isn't exciting. You need to have limitations on the abilities of the characters to make the book more exciting, more engaging.
I agree.
Okay.
I just don't know those limitations until they tell me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I sort of had to, when I come to that bridge, I work out how I need to cross it. Do you know what I mean?
Like I say, look, are you doing this? And they go, no, I can't do that. I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
It seemed logical. Why not? And they go, but I can't do that. I'm going to do this. I'm like, you can't do that. That doesn't.
No,
So I have arguments with them. But I do agree. Every character has to have limitations. Otherwise, it's just a free for all anarchy. There's no point to it. Interesting.
I have a running theory that Z is actually undiagnosed with multiple personality disorder,
possible.
but she's just using it to her advantage
It's
as
possible.
being an author.
Look.
That's
Look, I'm not going to agree nor disagree with that. Look,
So you weren't going to deny it.
I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to agree. I'm just going to say that, God, anyway, look, this is why. And I mean, I don't even know how I got into podcasting because, talking about the way I write, people look at me honestly and just think exactly that. You're insane. You know that, don't you? I'm like, maybe it's possible. I don't know. But you know, each character has their own accent. They have their own voice. They talk and they're real. They're not fictional characters to me. These are people that are present and talking and asking me to write their stories. That's how I can say. That's all it is. It's very. Don't call me Sybil. Jesus, sir. Oh, God. That's it. You're going to get your ass kicked out if you're not careful.
Oh, no.
No, because he already offended me this morning because okay, for those playing at home, Z does not like ice cream. I do not like ice cream. Send the hate mail all you want. Don't care.
Oh.
Don't like ice cream.
Not even with chopsticks?
No. Stop it. Not even with chopsticks. Adam, I eat potato chips with chopsticks. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's logical. It seems logical to me. It just adds to this whole insanity thing, doesn't it, really? But anyway, I don't like ice cream. So Sir whacks up this donut now. Donuts I love. Donuts I love. Coffee I love. Ice cream I loathe. So he puts a coffee ice cream in a donut cone and puts it up. How rude. So he's skating on thin ice as it is. I don't even know if I'm talking to him at all anymore.
Coffee ice cream is one of my favorites, so I would demolish that.
In a donut cone. In a donut cone.
Hey, I love donuts too.
But,
bring it on.
God, it'll make it soggy.
What's the worst that can happen?
It'll make it soggy. I don't. Oh, God. Okay, fine. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. All right. Adam, we play a game at the end of our podcast called Booker Feud. It's like Family Feud, but we call it Booker Feud because none of us want to go to court.
True.
Yeah. We choose I do. I choose a Family Feud question, legitimate Family Feud question that has surveyed legitimately 100 Americans. So we're at a disadvantage, Adam, but you know.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Yeah, well, you get to choose a team, though. You get to choose your American.
He's already given up.
You get to choose your American counterpart. Do you go Team Mark or Team Peyton?
I'm going Mark.
Team Mark. It is the boys.
Yeah, Team Plotter.
The boys are on.
Baby.
All right.
We're on the Team Plotter, that's right.
Okay, so
there you go.
what team name would you like, Mark?
Hey, I don't want to decide for you, Adam. You choose. But I already threw something out, but you go, man.
It's up to you. You're going to help me win this. Let's go.
Oh, I like the smack talk going on. This is great.
Pressure's on.
Team Plotter. Are you going Team Plotter?
Yeah, yeah, and I feel an immense amount of pressure right now. But
yeah, you need to.
Plotter.
You need to. Peyton, what team name would you like, though?
I'll go Panther.
Panther. Well, you know how I'm going to give you all the clues, so just.
Oh shit!
That's what you get. Poke the bear, Mark. You poke the bear. All right. So the question is, of course, once I've asked the question, come in with your team name. You can go first, and we'll alternate till we find a winner. Of course, there are people in our feed which you can see. The guys down there quite often come up with suggestions. Feel free to draw on them. Sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they miss the part completely. This is a tricky question, so I'm hoping it will. I always choose a simple question and it turns into this massive big nobody gets anything. So I've chosen a more complicated one and hopefully it'll go real quick. See, I'm playing the odds here. And you're going to need some American help, Adam. I'm sorry. Some of these we got it. You got it. All right, take it out for the Aussies. Name something.
I'll try.
Name something you might eat with a hamburger.
Pantsers.
All Pantsers in. All right.
Oh,
Peyton.
French fries.
French fries. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Absolutely. Number 1 on the list. Yes, on the board. On the board.
it's too slow.
Okay.
That's not fair.
You got to get in fast.
They're already cheating. What's happening?
I didn't give her a clue on that one. All right, Team Plotter. Team Plotter. Mark and
Okay.
Adam, name something you might eat with a hamburger.
Okay. I'm thinking about some of my big burger chains and what I like to have with a burger. And don't judge me,
Sorry.
Adam.
I'm
But
going to judge.
I'm thinking like a shake, like a milkshake.
That sounds cool.
Adam, you got to confer
You
with
you
him
like that?
and pull up an
What
answer.
do you if you don't feel good about it, it's all good. We can come up with something else. But
No,
that's where I'm.
because my first thing was French fries, and that was stolen because I was too
That
slow.
was
That's
it
what
was
happens.
taken out from under us.
Yes.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Should have been faster.
It
That's
was
okay.
wrong.
Yeah, I'll go the shake because I'm thinking besides the shake, I'm blank. Go.
Okay.
I'll
All
go
right.
with the shake.
Okay. We're gonna try this. We're gonna see if it works. Milkshake.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Papao, not on the list. Not on the
Oh, I'm
list.
sorry, Adam.
No drinks are on the list. For the record, there's your clue. No drinks are on the list.
Oh, okay.
Team Panther. Peyton, time to take 2 up. 2 up. Name something you might eat with a hamburger.
Onion rings.
Oh, damn it.
Is that your final answer?
Sorry, that was too loud.
You can mute, Adam. You can mute.
Is that your final answer, Peyton?
Yes.
It's on the list. Yes, it's
Oh, damn it.
it's number 4 on the list. French fries, of course, was number
Oh.
1. Onion rings is number 4 on the list.
One.
I do like a good onion ring, but you have to eat it when it's fresh. If it's not fresh, they're not good.
No,
I do not like onion rings.
Really?
I'm the minority. Yeah, I don't like onions.
Oh, well, you can't be perfect in every way, I guess.
I can't.
No, Team Plotter, Mark and Adam, name something you might eat with a hamburger. So far we have French fries and onion rings.
Is there different variations of potatoes you can have with the fries?
So I was thinking this. Yes, Adam. Yes, I think so. I think potato chips. Are we on the same wavelength?
Yeah, but French fries and potato
Oh.
chips, are they different over there?
Yes,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely,
cool.
they're
Go
different.
Potato chips.
because
I think
French fries are hot
absolutely,
and
that's what I'm
potato chips would be crisps, like what we call your
crisps,
Sandboy
yeah,
and your Smiths and all of that. Yeah.
That's the 80s.
Totally different.
Yeah, like on the chip sandwich that we used to have when we were kids, you put your salt and vinegar crisps on your bread.
I still have that now.
Nice.
Yeah,
I have not tried that.
Oh, you need a chip sandwich. You need to
Oh, a chip
experience a
sandwich.
chip
Okay.
sandwich.
It's soft on the outside and crunchy in the middle.
Oh, amazing.
There's no meat though. It's
No
just
meat,
bread
it's just
and chips.
potato chips. And if you want a condiment, depends on what flavor
wow.
potato chip you've got. You can experiment
right.
a little
That makes
bit.
sense.
Yeah. I grew up poor,
Okay.
potato chips on white bread is what we had.
Okay, potato chips. You got potato chips.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I think so, Adam. What do you think? Are you good with
Yeah,
potato chips?
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
All right, potato chips.
Papao, not on the list.
What the hell is
After
going
all
on
of that,
right now?
I love it. Oh my God,
What answers are there?
Team Panther. There's 5 answers, and we have 2 so far: French fries and onion rings. Number 1 and number 4. Team Panther, Peyton. Time to go 3 up. You could literally win it with this answer.
Jeepers creepers, man.
Name something
say-
you might eat with a hamburger.
Tater tots.
Is that your final answer?
I swear
Yes.
that's on the list.
It's on the list.
No! How did that beat potato chips? I hate you, America. I hate you. I hate you
That's
so
number
much.
5, and I didn't even have to give her any clues, Mark. You just got whipped. Whipped, boy. All right. French fries, onion rings, and tater
did that
tots. They
happen?
are on the list, which means Peyton is our winner. However, we're going to go for a whitewash. So,
No.
Team Plotter, time to redeem some dignity here. Some dignity.
We need
Names.
we need this.
Names. You need to get the next two to even be able to hold your head up, boys. Hold your head up.
Oh, jeez.
Name something you might eat with a hamburger.
How about wedges? Do you guys have wedges over there?
Well, we do have potato wedges. I just don't know how. I mean,
They're not on the list.
I don't know. Is there? Yeah, let's go with something different. I think there's some good stuff in the chat. There's like potato salad, which is potato variant.
Yeah.
But someone said like beans, like baked beans, like a barbecue. I'm thinking like a barbecue.
Yeah, I see baked beans.
Who eats baked beans with a hamburger? Who said that? Who said baked beans?
do.
I swear to
Who
God.
said that?
Who? Tio, what the hell? Who said? Tio, baked beans.
He's from the South. Maybe it's a Southern thing.
Look, I like baked beans in my jaffle, but I'm not putting it with my hamburger.
In Jaffle?
Okay.
Oh yeah, in a jaffle.
I
They
don't feel
rock
good
in a
about
jaffle.
baked beans.
Mm.
With cheese?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Overfilled.
No, it's with the burger, right? It has to be like
It
on
says
the side, like on the plate.
Both items left are on the side, like on the plate, but not on the hamburger. Because one of them you definitely wouldn't want on a hamburger.
That's what I understood that. I still lost.
Name something you might eat
go.
with a hamburger, not on a hamburger. One of them, I'll give you clues. All right, I'll give you clues because you boys, you're falling behind here. One, I would have thought was a guaranteed. I mean, I personally will overlook it on every plate because you don't make friends with it, but it's there anyway. The other one I think is very typically American. Very typically American.
Oh.
Which means I'm stuffed.
What?
Someone put down corn.
Typically American. I don't.
Well, it's not something that an Australian would ever have with their hamburger. I have no idea why you'd ever put this with a hamburger, but I have seen it done in the States often. So.
In the States, not this country.
Not in Australia. God, no, we don't do this shit. No.
Oh, jeez. I
have no idea.
All I got to go. Yeah, I mean, salad sounds. I don't know why you would do that either, but I don't see that as being a big thing. I'm just looking through the chat. Corn on the cob sounds valid to me.
I thought that as well. I'm thinking that sounds very un-Australian. And you got coleslaw. That was one of my other things as well, coleslaw. But it depends on what America you're in.
Gonna need an answer.
Okay, go.
You choose, Adam. Coleslaw or corn on the cob. What are you thinking?
Okay, we'll go coleslaw. Let's see if we get another bapao.
Okay, let's go with coleslaw.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. Trepidation. Go.
Yes.
Look, I'm going to give it to you with a ding ding, but it's only a half a ding. It's a ding. It's not a ding ding because salad was on the list. So I'm going to give it to you because
salad on the list?
Yeah, because you don't make friends with it. So who eats it anyway? Don't you have salad on your burger list? Like when you order a burger, doesn't it come with chips and salad?
But we don't call it salad. It's just lettuce. It's on the burger, not.
No, you have it as a side as well. What the hell, people? Gosh. Anyway, okay, so I'll give it to you because coleslaw is a type of salad. So I will totally give that to you. That was number 3. We're still working on number 2. Number 2. So far we have French fries, we have salad, we have onion rings, we have tater tots. We're 3-1 at the moment. Peyton, time to pull up number 4. Which the fourth winning for you, which is number 2 on the list. Name something you might eat with a hamburger. This is not Australian, definitely American.
Okay. I'm from the South, and we barbecue a lot, and we eat a lot. And it is not uncommon for someone to have alongside their hamburger a hot dog.
What?
Hot dog and hamburger. Yes.
Together?
Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah, but okay.
Judging by your reaction,
Well, you said no. He was like, well, yeah, no. I am up 3 to a half.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes. 3 to a half. I'll give you the other half. You're 3.5 to his half.
Okay. Slash hair over here talking smack to me because she's winning undefeated. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Choose your answer.
I mean, that's what we do. I have two answers, but I guess I'll go with the hot dog one.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
But not on the list. Not on the list. No. All right.
Okay.
Team Plotter, Mark and Adam. Name something you might eat with a hamburger. We have one answer left. We have French fries, salad, onion rings, and tater tots. What is the missing one?
Do you want to go with the corn on the cob?
I mean, listen, I'm thinking in terms of context, like if you go to a barbecue and there's hamburgers, and I'm wondering, do we need to be thinking like if you go through like a drive-through or something like that? Because I was going to admit this to you, Adam. I am lost right now. I'm so lost.
Okay, all right. Clue time. I'm just going to say, because it's very not, as I've said, it's not Australian. It's definitely American. But I've seen it referenced where you'd order a burger and sides, and you can choose a number of sides. Like you might order 2 or 3 sides that go with your burger. This is on one of those sides.
That provided nothing.
I'm sorry, Adam. It's all I've got, man. It's all I've got. Jesus.
Well, one of those guys with the burgers. I mean, you got corn, you got macaroni and cheese. You already said salad.
I haven't even seen it in I haven't seen it in the feed yet.
Oh.
I know, which is bizarre. So your boys are all off.
With the mac and cheese, because that's so American to have with other things.
Yeah, but that was mentioned in the chat. So
this is not in the chat. This has.
Somebody just put macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it's not macaroni cheese, Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm something that
it's
you would
a
see
side
that's offered on the side.
Come on.
That is not in the chat.
Is it an actual side though, or is it something random? Because when I think sides, I think of
like you
like
wouldn't
vegetable.
eat this. Right,
Yeah,
like you wouldn't eat this as a meal. It's just something you have with the meal.
Well,
yeah.
see,
Right.
if it was in Australia, I would say this was a meal. Yet I've seen in America where it's done as a side to a burger.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
I know.
Okay,
and you guys are all weird.
Something we would have as a meal.
This is
side.
Oh my God.
My brain is exploding, Adam. We got to come up with an answer.
You need a better clue. Okay, you need cutlery for this. Well, God, I would think you'd need cutlery. Yeah, you can't eat it with your hands. No.
You can't eat it with your hands.
No.
It's not mac and cheese.
No.
It's got to be something messy-ish.
Yeah.
Or something like sweet potatoes.
Comes in a bowl.
Mashed potatoes or soup. It can't be soup.
No, it can't be soup.
It's a burger.
It could be soup.
I swear, if Americans say soup, I'm moving.
Saying.
I'm moving.
There are other reasons to
move.
move.
Wait a second. Could it be chili?
Yeah,
that would actually work.
Does chili work with is that something you would eat in Australia, chili?
No. Oh, our chili's very different. Chili to me is a sauce. It's not a food.
Okay.
Chili beans or something like that. I could see in a burger.
Beans. I mean beans, but someone
She already said.
I need a final answer, guys. Come on.
Ice cream.
What?
Stop it.
Think of dessert, man.
Team Plotter, I need an answer. Name something you might eat with a hamburger.
I'm just going with chili. I can't think of anything else.
All right, we're gonna go with chili.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
But not on the list. No.
You stumped the chat.
No, I know. I'm loving it.
Everyone's stumped. Peyton,
oh my God. Bring it on in. Name something you might eat with a hamburger.
And it goes in a bowl, and you need cutlery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it. You might not want it, but you know you're going to do it.
I know. I keep having this vision in my head, and it's weird to me. I've never understood it, but I've seen it so many times. Is it applesauce?
No.
No.
Oh, please.
No.
If I lost to applesauce, I would never.
I have seen
forgive
that.
myself.
No. No.
No.
No,
This is a weird one.
applesauce.
We're like grasping at straws here.
It's now been mentioned, and yet everybody's dodging it. And I really thought Peyton was going to bring that in then. I thought you were going to go for it. I thought you were going to go like, I don't think it'd
No.
be that.
With burgers, I don't know. Okay.
No applesauce, but bow. All right.
What is it?
What is it? Come on! You've said it. You've said it. Team Plotter, you have one more chance.
Okay, fried rice? I don't know.
That can't be it.
All right,
Rice
I'm going to keep
with a
giving
burger?
clues. Right, then I'm going to keep
Okay,
giving
all right.
clues until somebody calls out their team name, Plotter or Panther, and you will get to win. The clues are,
Okay.
you have already said it. You have both said the word. All three of you have said the word.
This is
It needs to go in a bowl. It would typically be hot,
Mhm.
but I have seen it done cold, but not in this scenario. It would definitely be hot in this scenario. You would need cutlery to eat it. I suppose you could drink it, I guess, if that was weird ass kink.
soup.
I don't know. If you don't come in with your team name, it doesn't count.
You gotta say,
Okay, Plotter.
Team Plotter. Team Plotter. What would you like? What was your answer?
I'll go soup because it sounds crazy.
Is that your
that is so crazy.
is it your final
I
answer?
don't know.
I mean, I guess so, but that makes no sense. I mean,
I-
based on what you're saying, it has to be something like soup, but that's weird.
Is that
All right,
your
let's do it, Adam.
answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has the Aussie said soup?
Yeah, because it sounds stupid, but go.
Ding, ding, ding. It's on the list. It's number 2. Oh, my God.
What the hell? Wait, hold on. America, bring it in.
Oh,
Bring it
God.
in, America. Who the hell is having soup with their burger?
I
outside?
don't know. I've seen it ordered in sides, though. Soup as a
No.
side. Now, no, this is it. Name something. And this is a legitimate Family Feud question. 100 Americans. Name something you eat with a hamburger. For those playing at home is French fries. Number 2 is soup. Then salad,
Number
onion rings,
2.
and tater tots. That is a 5, and it was the Aussie that got it. I mean, seriously, we don't do soup with
Jeepers
burgers.
creepers.
It's just, what the hell?
I've never had soup with a burger, and I'm from Texas, and so is Peyton. What the hell, man?
Look, I can't argue with the Family
Okay.
Feud questions. It is what it is. It is what it is. Congratulations, Peyton, for your win at 3.5 ding-dings today. 1.5 ding-dings to Mark and Adam. Well done. Thank you for playing. That was a hard one. I knew it was going to be a hard one, but I thought soup would have got, because I don't know. I thought you guys all, anyway, as you do. I shouldn't be in charge of choosing these questions. That might be my problem.
Z's trying to throw me because she doesn't want me to come back. I know what this is.
Well, Peyton is winning
Don't worry.
so far
Next
on the
week.
percentage, Mark. You're
Next
losing.
week, I'm coming in hot.
She's kicking
Coming
your
in hot.
ass. She's kicking your ass.
She is.
No, no, you haven't. You're batting 100%.
Oh, have I lost yet?
No, she's
Okay,
undefeated,
all right.
Mark. Step up. I mean, seriously. Jesus. All right.
It's the hair.
It's the hair. It's the hair. Oh,
Can't
my
do it.
God.
It is.
Adam J. Schultz, thank you so much for being here on What the Book.
It's been fun. Thank you. I've enjoyed this very much.
We will look forward to reading and seeing the book out in August. Make sure tag us all in it. Tag the podcast. We'll share it around and get you some publicity as much as we can for you.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited to see how you go and to read your book. And being a fellow Aussie, we always love to extra support our own people. We try our better. Well, I support everybody. I love you all. Don't send me hate mail, people. Fuck. Don't send me hate mail. Peyton Storm, the gorgeous Peyton Storm, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
My fellow pantser. Although I think you're a bit of a fence sitter. I'm going to put you in a fence sitting situation. I am.
I
A little bit.
Valid.
No.
That's valid.
And my favourite plotter of all time, Mark. Thank you.
Pantsless. What can I say?
Pantsless plotter. That's what you are.
Pantsless plotter.
Pantsless plotter. Look, I could go for a number of different directions in that. You know what? I'm just going to behave myself and say, okay, cool.
Okay.
For those people in the studio, Sir, Mark, Brian was in earlier. Thank you for chiming in and playing along. We appreciate the support every week. It means a lot to us. Awesome. Excellent. That's the end of today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tune in next week, same podcast time, same podcast channel, different podcast guests. Let's see what we've got cooking then. Until then, everybody stay safe. We love you. Bye.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.